It's time. It's time. It's time. Today is June the 27th, 2024. It is 12:09 p.m. We are in the second stage of the day. As you can see in the thumbnail, we got Hall of Famer, WWE wrestler, and Hollywood actor Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in his last appearance with WWE, which WrestleMania was in my hometown. That's right, Philadelphia. As what my title is, The Final Boss. Now, before I get into the topic of The Final Boss, I want to give a shout out to YouTuber content creator Nanito. He said in one of his videos that every day is different. And that is 100% true. Every day is full of new experiences, new challenges, new adversities. Every day is not the same. And I get into the habit of thinking about tomorrow. But the Bible says tomorrow will take care of itself. You might not even make it to tomorrow. So I encourage you to focus on today, live in today, do what you need to do today. Okay? And shout out to Nanito. Your videos, I've only watched one video, but that one video really motivated me. I posted in the comment section, and it's related to what I'm going through right now. And in a later video, I'm going to reveal what I was going through at this particular time, because every day we get a little bit better, every week we getting better, every month we getting better, and every year we're getting a whole lot better, because days become weeks, weeks become months, months become years, and years become decades. But I digress. What is the final boss? In video games, the final boss is the final, I would say, antagonist. The final, normally in a storyline, you have a protagonist and an antagonist. Okay? And they feed off each other. They keep the storyline going. And the protagonist and the antagonist is normally the hero and the villain. Okay? And the villain is normally the person that you meet at the end. On video games, it's the person that all the levels on the game that you got through led to you meeting this person at the end. And The Rock's last storyline was a storyline of him being the final boss, which he has the credibility to give himself that title, because The Rock is a Hall of Famer, WWE wrestler who's been a multiple time champion. And also, he has a seat as one of the board of directors. So that title fitted him perfectly as the villain. And this video pretty much plays off of my embrace being the villain. Make sure y'all check that video out. I did that video last year. I think it only got like 1 view. It might not have no views. But to me, being the final boss is being a top tier person, the top tier man, the top tier woman, not just in your craft, not just in your profession, but in life. Strive to be the best. Strive to be the best. Strive to be that top tier person, that top tier man, that top tier woman that you can be in life. And when it comes to being the final boss, it's sacrifices that need to be made. When everybody else is having a good time, you working. Because it costs to be the boss. Being the final boss, I'm going to be honest with you, just like The Rock was the villain in that storyline, you can't be afraid to be the villain. The older I get, the more I embrace being the villain. And like I said in my Embrace Being the Villain video, it's about not caring in a good way. You're going to do what you want to do. You're going to take responsibility for your actions, your choices, your decisions. In the words of Charleston White, I made a choice, and I got to live and die on that choice. Okay? That's the villain. A lot of people look at the villain as bad. The villain has a vision. The villain stands 10 toes down no matter what. Okay? Being the final boss is about being great, being legendary. The Rock is a legend. The Rock is great. One of his nicknames in wrestling, the Great One. My second favorite wrestler, Stone Cold, is my number 1 wrestler. Him and The Rock is neck and neck though. Be the final boss. Be the top tier person. Don't settle for being number 2. Don't settle for being number 3. Be number 1. Work towards being number 1. And if people want to look down on you, so be it. If people don't like you, so what? If people hating on you, good. Don't care about being liked. Care about producing results for your life. From my personal observation of successful people, and I'm just saying this is just my personal opinion. You might have a different opinion. But the top people, the top 1%, the top 5%, 10%, 20%, these are people that are the villain. They live life the way they want to live. They take responsibility. They march to the beat of their own drum, not anybody else's drum. That's what being the final boss is about. You ain't okay, you ain't good. When you the final boss, you're great. You're legendary. You're Hall of Fame status. So I encourage you today, and I'm talking to myself. Do you have what it takes to be the final boss? Not just the boss, not just the second boss, not just the third boss, the final boss. Whether you male or female, do you got what it takes to make the sacrifices to be the final boss? Do you have what it takes to deal with success when being the final boss? Do you have what it takes to deal with the pressures of being the final boss? Can you be humble in being the final boss? The final boss know who he is. The final boss know who she is. As you can see in the thumbnail, The Rock is just standing there in the swag position. He's not saying nothing. You see the swag. You see that he the final boss. You see the body language. The final boss ain't got to say nothing. The final boss can just stand there. That's what separates the weak from the strong, the insecure from the secure. Body language. A person that's running their mouth a lot, insecure. A person that's secure, their results speak for them. Their body language speaks for them. So I encourage you today, embrace who you are as a person, because you only got one choice, and the choice is to be you. You can't be nobody else but you. I can't be nobody else but Zac Efron. You can't be nobody else but you, sir. You, ma'am. You, boy. You, girl. You, male. You, female. You, man. You, woman. That's what being the final boss is about. Being the final boss is about valuing your time, respecting yourself, not letting anybody in your circle because you're the final boss. Not giving anybody your time because you're the final boss. Not surrounding yourself around certain people because you're the final boss. Giving God the glory and honor for your accomplishments and for the good and the bad because you're the final boss. Living a perfect, balanced life because you're the final boss. And when it's all said and done, you know you the final boss. The Bible talks about never praise yourself. Never acknowledge yourself. Never boast about yourself. Let other people do it. That makes you the final boss. Are you willing to pay the cost to be the final boss? Enjoy your day and enjoy your week. And until next time, it's time, it's time, it's time.